The global music industry has once again been thrown into turmoil, this time by an unexpected revelation that has left millions of fans shaken and demanding answers. Taehyung, better known worldwide as V of BTS, has reportedly voiced deep concern for the safety and well-being of his bandmate, Jikook, the youngest member of the group and the figure often described as the golden boy of BTS's modern era. His words, cryptic yet piercing, have ignited an explosive wave of speculation about the role of their management company, HYBE, in shaping the group's uncertain future. Could it be possible that Jikook, long hailed as one of the group's brightest stars, is now being pushed aside? And if so, why would such a move happen at a time when BTS remains at the peak of global cultural influence? The chain reaction began with a single shocking development: Jungkook's abrupt return to South Korea, despite a tightly packed schedule of activities in the United States. These engagements, carefully prepared and promoted months in advance, were expected to reinforce his rising dominance as both a solo artist and a representative of BTS's global reach. Yet, without explanation, he walked away from it all. The sudden departure stunned both fans and industry insiders alike. What force, they wondered, could possibly compel him to abandon such high-profile commitments? As speculation mounted, insiders began drawing connections between Jungkook's actions and growing whispers of internal tensions at HYBE. The narrative gained even more traction when Taehyung stepped into the spotlight with a statement that, while measured, carried a weight of unease. His concern for Jungkook's unstable condition was not merely about health or exhaustion, it hinted at something deeper, perhaps external forces shaping Jungkook's choices. Though Taehyung refrained from naming HYBE outright, his phrasing left little doubt in the minds of many fans. To them, his words sounded less like casual observation and more like a warning. For the ARMY, BTS's devoted fandom, the implications were staggering. Jungkook is not just the group's youngest member, he is viewed as the embodiment of their energy, their artistry, and their future. The suggestion that he could be under pressure, whether corporate, personal, or both, was enough to ignite a storm across social media. Outrage, fear, and heartbreak spread rapidly as fans pieced together fragments of information: sudden schedule changes, cryptic comments, and now Taehyung's startling candor. The emerging picture was unsettling, a narrative in which Jungkook's future within BTS might be more fragile than anyone had dared to imagine. The timing of these revelations only added fuel to the fire. BTS's name remains synonymous with global success, breaking records across streaming platforms, selling out stadiums worldwide, and commanding unparalleled cultural influence. Yet in the background, murmurs of division have been growing louder. Jungkook's meteoric rise as a soloist, marked by chart-topping collaborations with international artists, viral performances, and an almost unrivaled presence in the Western market, has placed him in a unique position. His popularity gives him leverage, but paradoxically, it may also have made him vulnerable. Industry observers now wonder, could HYBE view Jungkook as too independent, too powerful, perhaps even a threat to their ability to maintain control? The possibility that the company might be shifting its strategy, prioritizing other members, new groups, or even entirely different projects, has unsettled both fans and analysts. If Jungkook is indeed being sidelined, it would represent a seismic shift not only for BTS but for the broader K-pop industry. For years, BTS has symbolized resilience against corporate machinery, a group that broke barriers and redefined what global music could be. To see even them entangled in internal power struggles paints a troubling picture of how much control artists truly wield over their own careers. The emotional toll on fans has been immense. Online communities have become battlegrounds of theories, with fans dissecting every detail in search of truth. Why was Jungkook's US schedule abandoned without explanation? What exactly did Taehyung mean when he suggested Jungkook was in danger? And most urgently, what role does HYBE actually play in these events? With official statements conspicuously absent, the silence itself has become incriminating in the eyes of many. Adding further weight to the controversy are signs that Jungkook's recent performances lacked their usual spark. His absence from certain promotional campaigns raised additional questions. At the same time, HYBE's carefully curated messaging has sidestepped direct acknowledgement of these inconsistencies, creating a widening gap between what fans see and what they are told. Taehyung's candid remarks may have been an attempt to close that gap, but instead, they opened the floodgates to speculation and fear. The question that looms above all others is simple yet daunting: why now? Why would HYBE risk destabilizing their most valuable global asset by allegedly sidelining Jungkook at such a critical juncture? Some analysts suggest that the company may be attempting to reassert authority before Jungkook's influence grows beyond their control. His success as a soloist, with achievements rivaling those of the group itself, could present a challenge to HYBE's narrative management. From this perspective, limiting his trajectory might seem like a way to preserve corporate control. But if true, such a strategy would be dangerously short-sighted. Alienating the ARMY, the most loyal and powerful fan base in the world, could backfire in ways the company might not anticipate. For the ARMY, this is no longer just about music. It has become a matter of justice, loyalty, and protection. Jungkook has long been viewed as someone who gives everything, his voice, his artistry, his heart, to both the group and its fans. The idea that he could be mistreated, manipulated, or silenced by the very system meant to support him is unbearable. Outrage has spilled across platforms, with fans demanding transparency, accountability, and above all, assurances of Jungkook's safety and autonomy. Yet, amid the storm, a sobering truth remains. Despite the intensity of speculation, there is no verifiable evidence that HYBE is actively sidelining Jungkook or that Taehyung explicitly claimed he was in danger. Much of what circulates online is fueled by emotion, amplified by loyalty, and magnified by the sheer scale of BTS's global platform. Jungkook's abrupt return to Korea, while unusual, does not necessarily confirm hidden conflicts or deliberate sabotage. The entertainment industry, particularly in K-pop, is rife with rumors, and even minor deviations from expected patterns can trigger waves of conspiracy theories. It is also worth considering that Taehyung's words, interpreted as a dire warning, may have been taken out of context or exaggerated in retellings. Without full transcripts or direct confirmation, attributing such grave meaning to his comments remains speculative at best. Still, the damage has been done. Trust between BTS, HYBE, and their fandom has been shaken. The narrative, whether true, false, or somewhere in between, has forced the world to confront the unthinkable, that the future of BTS, a group built on unity and shared vision, may be entering its most uncertain chapter yet. For now, Jungkook remains silent, his every move watched by millions. Is he truly under pressure? Is HYBE maneuvering?